Hello, everyone. It's very nice to be here, and also to you that are watching online. I'm not forgetting about you. So my name is Tono. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Eevie, where I would like to spend the next couple of minutes to show you how we are helping large corporations engage their employees into climate action. Today, already 100 million employees work for companies that have made formal climate commitments. This is amazing, and it's only the beginning. So we're expecting many more employees to be coming on with many more companies making formal commitments. The problem is, however, that most of these people feel disconnected from their company's decarbonization goals. And this is, in fact, a real problem because these are the people who are supposed to decarbonize the company at the end of the day with their work and participate in reaching these goals quickly. So we created a solution that helps large corporations foster and create a climate-friendly workforce, a work culture, by engaging and rewarding their employees for climate action. This is actually really, really important because only if these large corporations strongly signal to their employees with day-to-day actionable content that climate information is important and the climate is the most important thing for them strategically, only then can these employees be aware that their daily work has to be reflected in these efforts, and that is what we're helping them do. So how does it work? So on the one side, for the corporations, Eevie is a campaigning tool. You can imagine it that they go in and they can select all different kinds of things, how they want to engage their employees, and they can use our service and our support to organize campaigns and challenge their employees in a gamified experience to participate in climate action. On the other side of the employees, they're being basically engaged, and in there we basically have a behavior change tool that helps them and facilitates them to participate in these climate actions, because at the end of the day, companies want to plan, run, and measure the impact generated by these emissions, and it's impact threefold. The first impact is Scope 3 emission reduction. So this is, for instance, the way they commute, so everything that's related to the employees, the way they commute, the way that they do their business trips, and the way that they do waste management in the office. But the second impact is also that beyond that, the companies support them to create this mindset and awareness change, this cultural transformation, and rewards them for doing things like eating more environmentally friendly or living more environmentally friendly at home, especially today with our hybrid work situation where we're working at home and not only in the office. It's more than ever important to also support that transition. And the third impact component that we offer is that for every day that they participate in these climate engagement, they are rewarded with trees that are being planted to create biodiversity restoration and sequestering of CO2. So I'm just going to make that a tiny bit more practical for you. I'm going to play a little video so you can have a bit of a feel and not just a static image of what Eevie actually feels like when it's in the hand of the employee.
Overwhelmed and feeling helpless when it comes to tackling climate change? Eevie, your climate guide, can help you discover your personal environmental impact and show you how small habit changes can reduce your daily carbon footprint. It guides you with simple steps to form new habits that are both good for your health and good for the planet. Eevie does this by applying 4 simple behavioral design laws. Eevie makes climate-friendly behavior obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Behavior change begins with awareness. Get started by calculating your personal footprint. See where your impact originates from and how you compare to others in your country. Choose habits that you find most relevant and feasible to tackle first. Eevie will help you change them one step at a time. Receive seedlings and plant them for tracking your new behaviors every day. See your forests grow where they will have the most significant and lasting impact on impoverished communities and long-term biodiversity restoration. But don't do this alone. You'll be much more successful if you go on this journey together with your friends and colleagues. Download the app today and start making a positive change.
So anyone obviously in the room can also download it. It's also available to individuals, but it is much more powerful within companies because the most important thing about behavior change is having the right environment that facilitates and enables behavior change, and working together with your colleagues, with your and being rewarded by your company and engaged to do so is extremely powerful. So, and this is really at the core of our product, is that we really want to facilitate behavior change. So we use behavior science in order to help turn these 95% of our day-to-day decisions that we do on the basis of our habits into something that we do on the basis of our climate habits. So Eevie helps break down these behaviors into tiny little actions that the users are then essentially, or the employees are then helped to weave into their existing routines. So it is not inconvenient, but it actually is very empowering. So we had a really exciting year. We have had a lot of inbound requests from big corporations, so we can see that this problem is really existing. They're having their climate commitments, and then all of a sudden their board is kind of pushing them to execute, and then are looking for low-hanging fruits, and they're looking for quick ways to engage their employees and to take their employees on the journey towards their decarbonization goals. And this is where they find us. And so all of the companies we see here, we've taken through successful pilots, and we're rolling out now, and there are more to come. So it really shows that there's a lot of demand for this new kind of employee climate engagement. And we are here very much specialized on these large-scale corporations because we have a modular tool where every single one of our users actually, or our clients, has a different version of Eevie running fit to their requirements, because they all have slightly different requirements, and we're able to fulfill them essentially with our modular toolkit. The big elephant in the room, I guess, in our question is like, how can we do long-term employee engagement? And this is a really exciting thing about combining, on the one hand, the company's motivation to drive climate change through campaigning, and then the behavior design element of the tool that actually helps the employees participate in these campaigns successfully and create an impact, turns actually out to be a great recipe for long-term engagement. So we can have a little example here where you can see 6 months, I think this is, where they've been doing a couple of campaigns, and every time we have lots of reactivation, because again, there's a new challenge that the employees, the teams, they work collectively on to do. So it's always a new reason to get back on board and continue with Eevie. But even throughout the challenges, they can always stay on Eevie and participate. So I think we're really excited about this, and this has given us a big boost as well with overall engagement. And not only are the companies super excited about this because they're finally filling this black data box, black box of data lack of what is their actual scope 3 emissions, and what is the sentiment of the employee, and how do we actually know that they're kind of on board with our decarbonization goals. But on the other hand, it's super important that the employees themselves are super excited about that. So, which they are. I mean, nearly 90% think that it is extremely important that their companies reward and engage them, and 70% say that Eevie is significantly helping them achieve these improvements in their selected habits. So it's very exciting for us. And we see here, my time is running out, so a huge market today already, 5 billion. I think it's going to be much bigger because we're very much at the beginning, and it's directly correlated with companies signing up to doing their formal climate commitments. And I'm going to end this with what excites me most about this, which is the impact potential that we can realize. On average, an employee using Eevie has reduced 1.5 tons through their behavior change. So with 100 million employees only today already out there, means we have a huge impact potential to kind of transform our work culture and reduce our emissions. And that is our vision, which is to massively accelerate our decarbonization efforts through work culture transformation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Antonius. Perfect.